Hello, everyone. This is Ricky C. again, Ricky Caudell. It's Sunday, and I, through yesterday and today, have seen the AFC Wildcard games, and I have to say that I was extremely disappointed. None of the wildcard teams put up a game, and none of the teams that were not division winners looked good at all today. The Chargers got crushed. It looked like Baltimore had taken pity on Pittsburgh. At the end, Buffalo actually had to stop trying to score on Denver. I mean, literally had to be like, oh, okay, well, hold on, we already got a. It was horrible, and I must say that I believe that if Cincinnati had made it, they would have at least played a close game. These were pitiful. I feel bad for the people who bought the tickets that were fans of the wild card teams themselves. It was just embarrassing. I mean, it was just embarrassing. I mean, I understand that home field advantage is called that for a reason. The division winners have an advantage by playing at their home stadiums, but this was ridiculously easy. The home teams crushed the spirits of the visitors. It's just horrible. Denver was embarrassing. The Chargers let the Texans look like the 2023 Texans. They just crushed them. And even though Pittsburgh scored 2 touchdowns, it really looked to me like at the end, like maybe for the last quarter of the entire game, Baltimore took pity on them. Said, all right, man, we're not going to embarrass you as badly as we could. Ultimately, it's Cincinnati's fault. If they'd have won one more game, they'd have been playing Buffalo, and it would have been worth the cost of the tickets. Denver getting just humiliated by the Buffalo Bills was not worth the cost of the ticket. The Chargers getting humiliated by the Houston Texans was not worth the cost of the tickets. I mean, these are not the type of games that people expect in the playoffs in the NFL. This was literally ridiculously easy for the home teams. But Cincinnati's fault. One more game, they'd have been playing Buffalo. We'd have had an epic confrontation between two what I believe are going to be legendary quarterbacks. So hopefully the NFC side of things will go better. God, please let them go better, because if you make the playoffs, even if you're a wild card, you should be able to put up some kind of fight. I feel bad for the fans of the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Steelers. I feel bad for y'all, man. All right, so let me speak about the All-Pro selections. Jamar Chase is All-Pro. Awesome. Excellent. He deserves it. Just the man is a monster on the field. Technically, athletically, mentally, he's a beast. Trey Hendrickson also made the All-Pro team. He got an All-Pro selection. Both of them first string, I believe, which is also excellent because Trey Hendrickson is also just a monster, just an unbelievable motor on that man. He never gives up on a play. It's just all go. He has no quit in him. So I'm happy to see both of those guys get the recognition that they deserve. I believe Joe Burrow should have been at least an All-Pro alternate or second teamer, second string. Because he's just pure quarterback. You're not going to find better. Just pure quarterback. There's no pure quarterback in the NFL better than Joe Burrow. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is a magic man. He can make something out of absolutely nothing. Lamar Jackson is just the fastest running quarterback I've ever seen in my life, and his arm has gotten significantly better. Just an awesomely great quarterback. Dual threat. Josh Allen, just an absolute freak of nature. Absolute freak of nature. I have never seen a quarterback that's built like a linebacker that can throw the ball 1,000 miles on a dot, laser, bam, and yet still lower the shoulder and run over a linebacker like he's a cornerback. I've never seen it before. So, but pure quarterback, pure analyzing the defense, dropping back, finding the open man, getting it out of your hands, carving defenses apart, avoiding the rush, just pure NFL quarterback. Not necessarily pocket passer, just pure NFL quarterback. There's not a better one in the NFL right now. Jermaine Burton, God bless you, brother. I don't know what's going through your head. I really don't, man. I hope you grow up. You're destroying your opportunity. And man, I'm telling you from my heart, you're going to regret it if you don't turn it around, man. Lou Anarumo, Marion Hobby, Frank Pollock. I will miss you all. Thank you all for the time you were at Cincinnati. I wish you nothing but the best. I think you got the short end of the deal. I really do. I watched Zach Taylor's press conference about the firing of those men, and I don't know if you all saw it, but he was very emotional. I mean, it seemed to me like he was struggling not to cry. So, God bless you, fellas. And I'm fairly sure that you're gonna land on your feet. You'll get jobs somewhere. I don't know who we're gonna get as a defensive coordinator or an offensive line coach. I've heard rumors that they've already picked. They just haven't mentioned the name. And I wish them luck. Now, there's talk about you can't afford to keep T. Higgins if you're going to rebuild your defense. That's just poppycock. That's just BS, man. Our offense is the only reason we won any games this year, except for that last one. I mean, I'll admit that Pittsburgh game was pretty much defense. But our 8 out of the 9 games we won this year was solely based on our offense. And our offense is not at full power without T. Higgins. I like Yoshi, but he's a slot receiver. He's not a number 2. Jermaine Burton, man, I just don't think he's going to make it. Yeah, I hate to say it. I'm not wishing ill on him, man. He doesn't have the character. And to try to draft another receiver to replace T. Higgins is basically a shot in the dark. So, I mean, I think we should keep T. We got plenty of cap space. Wrap up T, wrap up Jamar, wrap up Trey. Should maybe leave you enough to, especially if Joe Burrow restructures his contract, which just sounds like that's what he's willing to do. Should leave you enough to get another edge rusher and then draft your other spots up. You know, I think we're going to be solid on the interior defensive line next year. Get rid of Sheldon Rankings, Chris Jenkins, and I can't remember the other guy's name. They look pretty solid. I think they had a really impressive rookie season. Logan Wilson will be back next year. Jermaine Pratt will be back. Dax Hill will be back. DJ Ivy, DJ Turner. He'll be back. The other. So there's vets we're going to get rid of. Alex Kappa's gone. I think should be. Trip Brown's gone. Sorry, brother, you've not played all year. Sheldon Rankins is gone. Von Bell's probably gone. I love you, Von Bell. I really do. I think you're a solid veteran presence on any team. I think they're going to keep Geno Stone. So I think in the draft, we really need this to get our offensive guards taken care of. Second or third round, maybe. First round, grab another young edge rusher. Or a big name cornerback. Although, I mean, you would do that to replace Cam Taylor-Britt, maybe. I don't know. He looked pretty good in the latter half of the year after he finally got his head straightened up. He looked pretty good. Do you want to draft a linebacker? Another defensive tackle? Maybe, I don't know. I think we need offensive guards. I think you re-sign Mike Gesicki, especially if he's willing to take like a veteran minimum kind of deal. So those, and Sam Hubbard is probably gone, and that's another $6 million. So you're looking at, from my understanding, our salary cap space right now is 60 to 80 million. So you get rid of those four guys, and it kind of pops it up close to, if not a little bit over, 100 million. Give T and Jamar and Trey, their contracts. You figure that's going to chop at least 55, 60 million out of your cap space. So that leaves you what? 35, 40 million? 35 to 45 million? That's enough to get another edge rusher, defensive tackle, safety. I mean, a good safety, a lockdown corner. We can fix that. Maybe even a number 2 or 3 receiver. I think we're solid on the running backs. Everybody knows we're solid on tackles. Ted Karras is still a great center, and we're definitely solid on wide receivers and quarterback. So, I mean, that narrows it down. What else do we need? Everybody wants to protect Joe Burrow, and the only way to do that is offensive guards. Get some offensive guards in there. Get some big, mean young kids to just beat the blank out of the defensive tackles. Kids that are good at blocking run-wise and pass-wise. Had high standards. I understand that you pick to have projects, right? You're going to bring these kids in slowly. We can't afford that. So you get the 2 offensive guards in the second and third round. You spend the first round, pick on an edge rusher, or a lockdown cornerback, it'd be an edge rusher or a lockdown cornerback. I'd spend a 4th round pick on a receiver just in case. You got 2 more picks. What are you going to spend it on? Another tight end, maybe. I don't know. Another linebacker. I think John Meta's gonna grow into be a heck of a player. Another receiver. I don't know. So that's just my thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I am trying to build a brand. And this is the plain truth. This is how I see it. I am not going to sugarcoat it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe if you feel like it. And y'all have a nice evening.